cyber stacking. So what is stacking? Stacking means following someone, then harassing someone, and collecting details about some other person. And based on that detail, when you harass a person, you go and collect the details by following, unknowingly following that person. Without their information, you follow a person and collect their information. And after collecting the information, when you harass that person based on their information, suppose you're collecting their pictures, photos, or you are collecting some audio clips or certain personal details, and based on that data, if you harass a person, then it comes under stacking. So when the stacking is based on or carried out with the help of mobile phones or computers, then this type of stacking is called cyber stacking. So cyber stacking is the use of internet or other electronic means to stack or harass an individual, group, or organization. It may include false accusation, defamation, slander, and libel. It may also include monitoring, identity theft, threats, vandalism, socialization, solicitation for sex, or gathering information that may be used to threaten, embarrass, or harass. So, cyber stacking is a criminal offense under various state anti stacking, slander, and harassment laws. A conviction can result in a restraining order, probation, or criminal penalties against the assailant, including jail. So there have been a number of attempts by experts and legislators to define cyber stacking. Cyber stacking is a form of cyberbullying. Cyberbullying means when you use social media to harass a person. It is termed as cyberbullying. Cyber stacking is often accompanied by real time or offline stacking. Both forms of stacking may be criminal offense. So, whenever you encounter a cyber crime, where should these cyber crimes be reported? So, for reporting cyber crimes, after the event of any cyber crime, the first step is to report the cyber crime to the law enforcement agency. So, matters of cyber crimes are investigated by law enforcement agency on registration of FIR. So, different states and their FIR phone numbers and their phone numbers for reporting the cyber crime are also given. So for Kerala, you have to report the cyber crime at High Tech Cell Police Headquarters, Thiruvananthapuram, and its phone numbers and email ID also given. So various states and its cyber reporting centers, cybercrime cells, and their phone numbers are provided. Then Indian Computer Agency Response Term, that is Computer Emergency Response Team, that is CERT-IN. So CERT-IN is the national nodal agency for responding to computer security incidents as and when they occur. So these agency records response to computer security incidents, that is when and where they occurred. As per the IT Amendment Act 2008, that is an act was passed by government against cyber crime. Amendment Act 2008 and Section 70B of IT Act 2007 CERT-IN has been designed to serve as the national agency to perform the following functions in the area of cybersecurity. So what this CERT-IN will do is collection, analysis and dissemination of information on cyber incidents. So they collect the informations and what, when and where these cyber activities has been taken, and it is the duty of CERT-IN the agency. Then forecast and alerts of cybersecurity incidents. Then emergency measures for handling cybersecurity incidents, coordinating of cyber incident response activities. They issue guidelines, advisors, vulnerability notes, and white paper relating to information. Security practices, procedures, prevention, response, and reporting of cyber incidents. Such other functions relating to cybersecurity may be prescribed. Next is safely accessing websites, viruses, and malware. So, no one can deny that all kinds of unwanted and potentially dangerous threats are out there on the internet. So, our internet has large number of dangerous threats. So, the news media routinely report new hazards as they are discovered, and the rates of discovery are going now where but up. Whereas it was unheard of for more than 50 or 60 threats to be reported weekly worldwide. In the mid to late 1990s, in 2004, the total number of such reports meets or exceeds those numbers on some days. There is anything that takes up residence on a computer, usually uninvited, that can report on the activities and preferences on the computer's users or disclose information about data stored on a computer. In other words, it spies on what the computer is used for and possibly for what it contains to report on its findings to outsiders when an opportunity presents itself. The key points about spywares are: information is gathered without obtaining the user's consent. So a spyware, what it happens is when we install a software, it may be the spyware also comes along with it, and it will gather the information stored in the computer without the permission of the user. So it may be relayed to third parties without the user's knowledge, and these gathered information will be sent to third parties, some other person, and it may sometimes change the behavior, look or feel of a PC without either the user's knowledge or consent. So what spyware will do is it will collect information, it will send these information to third parties, then it will change the appearance, or certain applications will be deleted, certain other applications will be installed. Such changes will take place in a computer. Then what are the signs of potential spyware infestation? That is how we can detect whether our computer is affected by spyware. Although other more suitable signs exist that spyware has invaded our computer system, the most common and discernible symptoms are: something new or unexpected shows up. When, whether in your web browser or on your desktop, it could be anything from new home or search page to a toolbar to a piece of software. So anything will show up on your computer system that it was not previously there. Then an increase in ads, pop-ups or advertising. Sometimes you will be overwhelmed with ads, and it is easy to recognize that something is appropriate in other times. Volume may just go up a little, or you will find that closing one ad provokes another to appear. So, multiple ads appearing on your computer. So, whenever you open your computer, advertisements are coming one by one, and whenever you close one advertisement, the other pops up. So, these are symptoms of spywares. Then, performance slow down noticeably. That is, computer's performance is reduced, that maybe speed is being reduced. If your system starts running sluggishly without a good cause, it may just be that the overhead of recording your actions or delivering lots of ads are dragging down your performance. So, buggy spyware or adware can make a previously stable system susceptible to crashing. So, a spyware or an adware, that is causing, creating the malware that is displaying ads, are called adwares, and a malware that and moves your data from to a third party are called spywares. So these spywares and adwares will reduce the performance of your computer. Okay, thank you children.